Standing by.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Complete.
Konnichiwa, Ohayou gozaimasu, is your favorite superstar maniac, the multi-dimensional Tajigen Khaiden, a sentient star cluster in VTuber, a sentient star cluster and many cosmic minds combined in VTuber, V-singer form. Thank you for lurking from the shadows, Mist. Good to see you all, Tajigen. You know, quite a few things to talk about, by the way, regarding Internet Kun. In case you didn't see my post yesterday, there's something relieving I found out yesterday, calling the ISP about that. But no, actually, let's say it first. Yeah, it's in the entire area. Something that's not so relieving also there, but the relief is that apparently it's just the entire area I'm at that has had issues. So it's not like it's only on my end, it's the entire place. There's a relief in that because, you know, they are gonna work to fix it, or supposedly they should have worked on it already, because what is not so relieving to hear is that it's since the 28th. Like yesterday they told me it's been this way since May 28th. Like exactly the day we started the streams this week. The Sonic Adventure 2 stream was affected on the very same day, like it's the very day the issues were starting. So it's just a matter of, you know, waiting for them to get it fixed. Hopefully they do, if they haven't done it yet. Right now things look stable on the stream, right? But yeah, it affected the live stream yesterday so much. I really wanted to finish the story of the near future there. But yeah, let's segue into that. Because, you know, funny thing came to my mind while the countdown screen was happening. We've had that countdown screen for a while now, but I couldn't help but think of the start of the near future story, where you see Akira's eyes in a big zoom in like that. It's only his eyes and the rest is black screen, but yeah. You know, shit has hit the fan when the ISP seems unable to fix the problems. Oh, sadly, we've been there, Mist. That's what I've ranted so much about, that those nightmare, it's a nightmare scenario that came true, that tech is different because it wasn't the entire area. It's just like, you know, my internet, our internet here, where a tech came and they saw everything they could see and they didn't see what the problem was. They couldn't find it. It's the worst thing ever. It's like you're sick. A doctor sees you and they can't see what's wrong with you, but clearly there is something wrong with you. The doctor can see it, you can feel it, everybody can even see it. Like, they could even see it from the ISP and they couldn't even find what was wrong, and like, ugh. Nightmare scenario, man. Nightmare scenario. But it's not that they're unable to fix it, so I'm guessing it's partly the thunderstorm weather that there has been, but it's already not, like, mostly was that Thursday evening, Thursday night, Friday night, as we went into Friday morning. That's also why we didn't have the F14 stream, that the weather was extremely bad. Okay, yeah. Don't send people and risk their lives, obviously, in a thunderstorm, but yeah, I was told by the person, by the like the customer support person, that it usually takes 5 hours. Really nice person, by the way. I got somebody super nice, somebody you can tell is doing more than just following the scripts, so to speak. Like, they're not being nice only because they're being told to be nice, I guess. Unless things are way more stable now on average than it's been in the past, for sure. Oh, and those are long ago times, for sure. And that's the thing, they're long ago times. Long ago, 20th century. Long ago, 20th century. I don't remember what games you were playing at the time, but 2+ years ago, stream was DCing multiple times, not crashing completely. Nah, way more than 2+ years. Way more than that. Undocumented times. Strange times. In a way, these are stranger times. Yeah. But yeah. And we're still carried on, baby. We're still here. We're still kicking ass. Proof, if any, that I really am an expert at what I do here, right? Just like I'm gonna be an expert at what I do in Pokemon Champions, surely. No losses whatsoever. I have a Sinistcha. Surely that's the key right there. Yeah. But no, yeah, hopefully they're able to fix it soon if they haven't already. For all I know, they have fixed it already, but it's a relief. Hopefully this means next week it's okay. Like, we have Summer Game Fest. So let's talk about it. It's a bit early because we haven't finished the stream yet, but it's already the last stream of the week. Since the FF14 5.3 MSQ stream got delayed, I'm actually gonna... I could actually stream a long stream this Thursday that starts at this time. So I'm thinking it's gonna be an FF14 Thursday instead of an FF14 Friday, you know? FF Friday. Only the ancients know the secrets before the superstars in your current form. Oh, the superstars have always been here, I think, though. Yes. You're an ancient? Yeah, you can be an ancient, Mist. That sounds sick. That sounds sick. That's really cool in its own way. Sounds like Eldritch horror stuff as well, but I'm thinking of Eternal Darkness, Sanity's Requiem, you know? But yeah, what was I saying? Pokemon Champions. No, what was I saying? Oh yeah, next week. I'm thinking we're gonna have it on Thursday because Friday is the Summer Game Fest and I still want to co-stream that. As usual. We'll react to it. The usual. It starts, what is it? 4 p.m. Eastern, something like that. So it won't be the usual stream start time, but you know, we'll have it going on. We'll have it going on. And yeah, it's good timing, I guess, because I'm able to have Thursday for that. Sonic Adventure 2 will be on Sunday, and Saturday we continue with Live Alive. It might be a short stream, all things considered, for Live Alive, I think. Hell, I could even do a Wednesday stream maybe, but it's pushing it a bit. I'm pushing it a little bit if I do that. Maybe not though. This coming week has potential. But then after that we return to the usual Thursday to Sunday or Thursday to Saturday or Friday to Sunday or so. Busy times again. If anything, busier than before with some other things off stream and things like that. But yeah, look how being called ancient in video games are usually a compliment, but in real life it is an insult. I don't know. It could be like an OG thing, IRL. It could be like that. Although yeah, most of the time it is like, you're ancient, you old, you hag. Yeah, you're a hag. Things like that. I was there, Gandalf. I was there 3,000 years ago. That's not how Elrond said it, but still. It's adding the old voice there. Okay, let me set up the stage. Nearly everything is set up right now, actually. Ready to jump into the stadium. Now, I say these are casual battles, but we actually go for the ranked mode. But I just approach it casually, you know? That's why it took a long time to get into Ultra Ball. And that was in single battles. My Sinistcha that I put in... I say casual, but I guess I'm semi-meta, semi-casual. Let's say 70% casual, 30% meta. Yeah, or 65, 45%? Give or take a bit? Or no, wait, did I calculate? No, 65, 35? Yeah, that's the right math. Or even 60-40, but yeah. Because of but what I mean by that is that I only have Sinistcha in doubles. But it ends up being a great distribution because in doubles I have Sinistcha, and then I have Poltegeist in singles. And Poltegeist has done some amazing things in singles, by the way. Anyway, with that being said, let's Tajigen travel. Been playing War Thunder a lot recently, and I find it extremely hilarious that low-tier battle rating Germany has some completely overkill guns for their battle rating. Ooh, I don't know much about how that works on that game. Let's lower that volume. Give me a second. It always ends up being very loud at first. It actually was already adjusted, supposedly. But nah, I'm gonna put it in an even more comfortable range for me. Not that it bothers me. Not that it hurts my ears or anything. It's more that it bothers me for the stream, I would say. Like, I can't hear my voice as much. The way I hear my voice is not quite the way you hear it, I think. But still. Here we are. So, yeah, it's been a few days or so since I last came in. So I put... Oh, actually, the monthly challenge series is happening right now, I think. Wait. We'll check it out in a moment. Yeah, see, I feel like I gotta lower the volume more. So, yeah, it was a few days ago, at the start of the week or so, maybe? I'm not sure. That I put the Sinistcha in here. I trained it in Pokemon Violet. Just going for the item... I had a Poltegeist. Just doing the item... What was it called again? The item generator? In the Blueberry room? Just doing it over and over again, doing gacha with it. I used a lot of materials because I nearly depleted all my materials. I left at least 10 of each of them. Just felt like a good idea. And I did so many items. But you know, to get the evolutionary item I needed for the Poltergeist I had. A vehicle's battle rating decides, quote-unquote, what other vehicles it can face. Okay. War Thunder, I've heard so much about it, but I don't know much about it. So the Tiger 2 is at 6.7, while the early versions of the Tiger 1 is at 5.7. Okay. And yeah, I put the Sinistcha in. I had a battle or two, maybe. It went well. One of those went well, if not all of them. It wasn't that many. Maybe just two, at most. But yeah, I'm excited to keep using Sinistcha. I gave it a good moveset. I just went for a moveset I found on the website. goodoldgame8.co. That website has always been good for Pokemon guides, but it's good for all sorts of guides in general, I think. Hey, I want to give a shout out to the channel I used to stream for, the Selfie Gaming. No guides for Pokemon Champions as far as I know, but you know, they're still pumping out guides on their website. I don't know, I think videos have been put on pause, just like the stream stopped. Like, you know, me doing the streams mostly, but do take a look at them. That's selfie with PH instead of F. It's not selfie like, you know, a picture. No. You might want to Google it, because I don't remember the exact website URL right now. I don't know if we're actually gonna recruit anybody here, by the way. We still need to keep some things in mind with the block spaces, you know? There's this BR 4.0 tank destroyer called the Stirrer Emil, which has a 128mm gun. That gun can go through 230mm of armor. I'm following so far. Oranguru. We already have Hisui Anti-Flosion. The Tiger 2 has an 88mm gun with 234mm of pen. Meganium. Empoleon. I think I'm not gonna recruit anybody here. Tinkaton has potential here, but yeah. Passimian. I think mostly I just transfer from other games, maybe. Let's check the... Oh. And I can just come back anytime to get the Pokemon, to get a Pokemon I didn't claim? Let me see. I think I missed my chance already. Oh, do I have to claim one to be able to recruit again? I'm not gonna recruit again, but if I have to do that, then okay. What happens if you don't have box space after that? You're gonna have to, yeah, you would need at least one box space, otherwise it's not gonna let you recruit. But then after you recruit once, right? Anyway, let's get into battles already. I don't remember the moves that I gave Sinistcha exactly, but... Oh, also, wait. There is this going on right now. Today's the day it ends, I guess. We should give it a try? I don't know if I'm gonna do much here, but... Well, okay, let's do this first. The Stirrer Emil will just one-shot anything it hits, or you will just overpen lighter vehicles, essentially doing no damage. Yeah, sounds like a doozy missed. Okay. I see triple steel. I feel like Incineroar's time is here. Quite a few dragon types in there too. Perhaps Meganium has something to say, especially against that Primarina. I shall insist on Poltergeist. This shall be the team. 245mm of pen. Even more insane shell. Goodness. Yeah, the terms start getting a bit thick for me, a bit dense for me, but I mostly got you, I think. Now I'm just thinking of Mecha. After the giant robot situation yesterday in Live Alive. Yeah. Archaludon! Poltergeist! We're gonna do a call out. We're gonna do like a team call out of the Pokemon we choose. Let's do that. Let's perfect that. Not necessarily like a Sentai roll call, but maybe kind of akin to it. A 4.0 heavy tanks don't even have 100mm of armor plate. Completely overkill. OP indeed, it seems. Okay. You tend to get into some funny OP shenanigans sometimes. In some games you get into. Shadow Ball! I figured there was gonna be a sturdy there or something like that. If we could do... If we could have someone use a quick attack, or... Well, a fake out from Incineroar will do the trick. That should do it. That should do it. No Shadow Sneak from anybody here. That's Spiritomb that has it. Wait! Swords Dance? Oh no. Oh, I didn't realize he would do that. So, interesting. I didn't know it worked like this. When I registered Incineroar, it's before we changed Swords Dance to Fake Out. But it didn't reflect the changes I did to Incineroar, so interesting. Fascinating, the way that works. Well, let's try Flare Blades, but... Oh, thank goodness for the Quick Claw. Oh my goodness. So, even if you change the moves to the Pokemon, the way you registered them, if you change the team, I can see that not being reflected in this team you registered for the competition, but I didn't know the moves wouldn't change either. Oh, man. That's interesting. Okay. Well, Sword Stance it is. We may use it. We shall see. Guard Jump, Guard Jump. I don't want to switch out if possible. I'm going to try the Darkest Lariat. Yeah. I was hoping Quick Claw would do something. Meganium definitely is the answer here, but let's see what happens. I can see Guard Jump having a poison move. Having a counter right there. No, yeah, also because of what Incineroar has going on there, I think I'm not going to bother with the competition today. This will be the only match. Let's go for doubles after this in regular ranked. Mega Evolution! Oretachi Mega Meganium. Mega Green. It's triple Mega. Double Mega with Mega Meganium, but triple when I say Oretachi Mega, right? Dazzling Gleam! Is that a focus item? Okay. Should we try something else? Nah, let's do Dazzling Gleam. Rock Tomb, Mist, and Goodness. Yes, that does have lower accuracy. There's quite a few rock moves that have that. Or at least it feels like it. Rock Slide, Rock Tomb. The Steerer Email doesn't have any armor itself, though. Oh, sounds like a glass cannon. But if you completely overpower something, then yeah, that may not matter that much. Okay, Earth Power. Dazzling Gleam would be neutral. It wouldn't be so bad. If anything, it might be better because of Stab. Let's see how it feels with Mega Lucario. Which Mega Lucario is it? Regular Mega Lucario. Okay. Let's remember there's a Mega Lucario set now. That's gonna be super effective. Sometimes I keep thinking grass is resistant to steel for some reason. That was a crit though. I think it would have still been a feint without the crit. I'm not sure. Good game. Has a base 16 seconds reload and less than ideal reverse speed, so if you fight more than one enemy, you're screwed. It has its weaknesses. So yeah, I'm not gonna bother with this competition. Competitions, look at the time period for it. Doesn't really run for a long time. Ooh, 45 battles total. What's up with the total there? I don't know how it works. I'm reminded of the event that's also going on right now in Sonic Racing Cross Worlds. I did a little bit of that yesterday. I think I did see some internet issues for that. A few loading screens were extra longer. So even that was affected. I kept doing stream tests, by the way, after the stream was over. And yeah, things were bad. And that's when I called. And that's when they told me, oh, yeah, it's the zone. I got an automated message. It has an automated message that tells you. Just an automated voice telling you, there's an issue in the area. This has been registered already. Automatically as a report. Ending in the number 1234. Something like that. And I still went and got a customer support person because I needed to know how long it had been going on for. And that's when I found out. The very day we had the first stream this week, and the start of my Dear Sonic Adventure 2 is the day those issues were starting in the area. Potentially the thunderstorm weather. Although, it felt like it started before that, but it's possible it was already like affecting... like, you know, the cloud wasn't literally over me, over this street, let's say. It was already starting to affect other parts. I don't know. As long as you get the first shot off and hit, you are guaranteed a kill. Okay. That does sound like a glass cannon, though. But yeah, singles, we went to Ultra. Double. It's still great. One of my balls is bigger than the other ball. That doesn't sound right. So let's have the double ball itself become greater. This is the party. There's that Sinistcha. Let's see if we can even the record here. Today's stream we may also be on the shorter and sweet side. I mean, yeah, because yesterday we would have gone for much longer still had we been able to, but things were just so bad I could not keep showing you the game like that. I'm not entirely sure how I'm going to approach the next live stream. I think I'm just gonna like make it until the end of the near future story and I'll leave it there so it can be one story per stream-ish. But I'm not sure. That was the intent from the beginning, but anyway. I think it comes down to Rotom, Incineroar, Gemini, Sinistcha. Rotom, Incineroar, Gemini, the Starmie, Sinistcha. Let's go. Double battle. Ikuzen. Let's do this. I still need to get that Spiritomb badge. I need to get the PNGs of those badges. Corviknight and Weavile. Incineroar will do well against both of them. We mostly have a type advantage. I'm still gonna be defensive with Rotom, set up some reflex. Incineroar can do a fake out on which of them actually? I guess it should be Weavile? Yeah, because oh, that's ironic. Okay. Hey, I was gonna do that to you. Okay. As long as Weavile doesn't hit Rotom with a dark move, that's what I was concerned about. Alright. Fake out and Tailwind. Classic combo. Or at least it feels like it is a classic. Well, alright. We gotta take out a Weavile because it's a danger to Rotom. Yeah, we should do close combat. Although we may want something else instead. They went for Focus Punch. Brave Bird. Yeah, Reflect made a difference right there. Big difference. A Light Screen to be a bit more defensive. We should try a Thunderbolt after Corviknight. After this, on Corviknight. Close combat. Thought it might have a focus item. Maybe something to mitigate fighting damage, but no. Let's see what comes out next. Oh yeah, I didn't change the music yet again, right? We're supposed to go back to random and we had it set to champions. Please remind me after this battle. I am so gonna forget. Now then, against Charizard, it may evolve into Mega Charizard X, but let's try it out. With a Thunderbolt there. Flare Blitz against Corviknight. Might be good to switch out Incineroar so it can come back in and do a fake out. But we won't do that. Yeah, their Weavile doing fake out on my Incineroar was indeed the right move. They were not gonna do it against Rotom, that's for sure. Okay, it's an X Charizard. Thunderbolt will be neutral if it hits. Oh yeah, shiny Mega Charizard X. I haven't seen it that much. Because funny thing about Mega Charizard X is that it gives Charizard its shiny colors, even if it's not shiny. But then what do you do for the shiny, right? If it's like that. Well resisted, my dear Incineroar. We gotta finish it with a Flare Blitz. Sanda! Borto! Not much damage, sadly. I figure it might be like that. Wait. Oh yeah, it's resisted because it's Dragon, right? It's... Okay, I don't know why I thought it would be neutral. Yeah, Incineroar is gonna faint from the recoil. Also. Alright. A fair game right there. Against Mega Charizard X right there. See, this might be the time usually to get Sinistcha out here for healing, but I don't think so, not with that Charizard there. It's gotta come down to Gemini. I don't have something good against Masquerada will be trouble. It would have been trouble against Sinistcha too anyway because of his dark type, but that's the way it can go. Well, it's gotta be a Shadow Ball against Charizard here. We are gonna try Protect because their Tailwind is still active, I think. No, it's not. Wait. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. I have to see the other side when I see that screen. Okay. Let's Protect then to have the Tailwind peter out. It's not like the name Peter when they say the tailwind petered out. I think Peter is the... I have no idea. Anyway, Mega Evolution for Gemini right there. Still want to think about the nicknames for the others. Transform into the Dark type. Okay. Good, good, good. I could have seen that being on Rotom. Shadow Claw on Rotom. Okay, that makes sense too. Yeah, let's see how Sinistcha fares here. Did I get Protect to Sinistcha? I think I saw Protect there, right? Anyway, the Tailwind is off. We don't get to use Hospitality here, it's okay. Now it's Sinistcha's turn to Protect, I think. I mean, Rage Powder can be super effective against Meowscarada. Oh no, wait. What did I do again? This effect works only on... Right. Do I want to do that though? I don't think so. Let's Protect first. We gotta take out Meowscarada for sure with an Ice Spinner, but it's a Dark type right now, so... Liquidation. Liquidation. No reason to do an Ice Spinner, I think. Who hits first though? Gemini should be fast, but... Meowscarada being faster than Mega Starmie. I don't like that. But okay. Liquidation! Liquidate! Liquidate that Meowscarada! Yes! We could use something that's faster than Meowscarada right there. What can we do? Dragon Rush. Rushing recklessly, one might say. I wouldn't say that's reckless, necessarily. Should I consider Shadow Sneak on Sinistcha, maybe? Anyway, Matcha Gacha will hit both of them. Mostly ineffective, a terrible idea against Charizard right there. Screw it, though. It's not like we're gonna survive this, I imagine. So many type disadvantages here. Knock it off with your knockoff. Oh yeah, the leftovers are gone. Leftovers is a good idea for Sinistcha, I think. Alright. A critical. Sorry, checking something off screen. Alright. Let's try to even that record, shall we? And I still don't have that Spiritomb badge. Oh yeah, we are on our way towards the Sinistcha badge, I hope. I gotta get that. Oh, wait. Cancel this now. Cancel this, please. Yes, let's... It is randomized? Okay, thank goodness. Just want to double check that. We did that wonderful thing where we were going through all the battle themes one by one, starting with Gen 1, all the way until this game, Pokemon Champions. But I think we didn't change it at the end, or maybe we did. I don't know, it's already been a week, I already forgot. But yeah. See, we already talked about the potential schedule for next week, and we know for sure Pokemon Champions won't be there next week if it's like that. I see quite a few Dark types. If anything, it might not actually be the time for Spiritomb, for Sinistcha, I mean, it's for Spiritomb, rather. So Gemini, Rotom, I think. I could use some fairy moves here, maybe. I should consider giving fairy moves to someone on this team. But damn it, I will insist on Spiritomb. Incineroar here. Let's have Incineroar. I feel like a Spiritomb instead. Let's give it a try like that then. I will be persistent on that. Gemini, the Starmie, Rotom, Incineroar, Spiritomb. Let's go. We're back to Fire Red and Leaf Green. It's great how it's just lovely how good the music feels in here. How fitting it actually does feel. Alright. Quite a few type disadvantages here. Why don't we Protect? Against these Pokemon, I think the answer is a Light Screen. Was Meowscarada more of a physical than a special attacker, or the other way around? I don't remember. Didn't pay attention. Oh well. I have a Meowscarada there in the boxes somewhere, right? I think. Anyway. Protect! After that Mega Evolution! I need to call it out more often. I keep forgetting. Now that we're not doing any Legend CA, this is our only source of that, you know? Flower Trick. Went fully for the Grass type, did you? Then I have an Ice Spinner with your name on it. See, if Terastallization were here, I would consider that as maybe a potential thing. Or if Meowscarada had a Mega Evolution after what we'd learned with Mega Greninja, right there. It's a matter of who moves first, though. Let's insist on reflect. Because Flower Trick, I think, is special, right? Let's do that Ice Spinner. I figured there might be a focus item there. Alright. Yeah, that's a crit, so that's definitely a focus. A focus band, not a sash. Interesting. Alright. That'll be the difference maker for that Masquerada. Yeah, Flower Trick. Let me check Bulbapedia quickly. It was a crit. I think it is special. The light screen might have helped a little bit, but I think the crit there... No, it's physical. Okay. Then Reflect is what we should do next time, if there's a next time. I guess Masquerada right there. Do we want to allow Rotom to go to sleep? I think we don't. What do we want to do here? I think it's time for Spiritomb. I want to insist on Shadow Sneak against Masquerada, so we can get it out of the way there. I don't want to use Incineroar's Fake Out in that way, but it was something I was considering. No, let's switch in Incineroar. It's just Empoleon we got to worry about there with Incineroar, but I don't want Rotom to fall asleep, ideally. Somebody else is going to get a yawn, though, at this rate. Okay, we have it Oasis Protect. That's good. That's good. Yeah, Thunderbolt would have been a mistake. Sucker Punch. Okay, okay. Shadow Sneak it is. To ensure you're down. I love the way Masquerada just exits the stage. Just a bow. You know, my starter in Violet may have been Ducklet. What was it again? I completely forgot the name of the first stage of Quackavole. Well, Quackavole, let's say. My starter might have been Quackavole, but... Let me see also, what should we do here? Poltergeist on Empoleon? Let's try that. Because I think it comes down to... Not the best of ideas here, but we'll try that. Okay, okay, okay. It works out then. It works out. I just don't want Empoleon to hit Incineroar right there. Clap in your cheeks. Let's go. But yeah, Masquerada has become even more of my favorite, if it wasn't already, of the 3 Paldea starters, or at least the fully evolved Paldea starters, or the entire evolutionary line. Since I was very persistent, very insistent on not repeating any types on that playthrough of Violet from the get-go, I did not go for Sprigatito. But otherwise I would have done it, because I knew I would have the grass type in the form of Sinistcha eventually, and I would have a dark type in the form of Lokix, who, this reminds me again, is not in this game, is it? I can see Empoleon protecting itself. Let's do Poltergeist anyway. And it's gotta be a close combat against King Gambit. The Flare Blitz wouldn't do that bad either, but it's just like the same thing we did with Weavile. Speaking of fighting moves. There's a Surf. It's gonna hit King Gambit as well. And Incineroar resisted that beautifully thanks to the light screen's reflex. Light screen in this case. But yeah. Close combat. Nice, nice. Good feint right there. Down to the last 2. Let's consider a curse if Spiritomb is doing fine. Health-wise. Even if it's not doing fine, arguably. Poltergeist. Yes, yes, we're on the last Pokemon. They're on their last Pokemon. Let's not get overconfident about it either, though. The light screen is off. 1 reflect turn left. Frostlass. Some super effective damage on my side. I shall insist on Curse because I'm going to do it. How could I not? Yeah, let's maximize damage. It's down to Flare Blitz. It's down to Flare Blitz, not Darkest Lariat. Mega Frostlass, let's not underestimate it. Somebody on my side might faint here. I can see it being Spiritomb and not just because of the curse. Right, Snow Warning is what it has, okay. Blizzardo! Yeah, Incineroar already had low health, so that's what's gonna happen there. Spiritomb might faint from the curse. See, if we survive the curse here, I'm not sure if we will. We can try Shadow Sneak after this. Rotom is about to come back and have its own share of super effective damage as well, but They might actually win this. Had I not insisted on the curse, maybe they wouldn't have. I don't care though. It's part of the fun. I want to insist on light screen, but perhaps now is not the time to be defensive. I don't know. Well, it definitely is a Shadow Sneak from Spiritomb. And a Shadow Ball from Rotom. Feels like light screen might be a good idea. Who's faster? Who's faster? Just comes down to that. Between Rotom and Frostlass, that is. Let's hope this does some very good damage. Very good damage indeed. Then the curse right there is gonna help. Okay. Yeah, as long as Rotom can resist the Blizzard. And... Oh my god. And... Oh, I forgot we had a Lumberry, thank goodness. I was saying and because I knew there was a possibility to get frozen. I was like, and not get frozen. We can win this. Okay, Lumberry. Let's not underestimate a freaking Berry. Freaking Berry, the MVP of this battle. My god. My Arceus. Yeah. What a roller coaster. These are the thrills we come for, though. Let's keep it going. You will get a curse. You will get a curse. I shall insist on it. Damn it. Especially if Spiritomb is slower. We want to make sure the curse hits one way or another because it's probably going to move after. I don't know. I don't expect I'll be using Trick Room with Spiritomb. I don't want to change the team as it is right now. Let us try with... Gemini and Rotom. Sinistcha. And it's not Incineroar last. It's not Trunks, is it? Should it be Trunks? And perhaps it should be Incineroar after all. No, Spiritomb. Screw it. 3 ghost types. Gemini, the Starmie. Rotom, Sinistcha, Spiritomb. Spiritomb. Gotta find a particular way to call it out. Well, we know how we call out Incineroar thanks to Smash Brothers, but what about the others, right? How do they call out Greninja if we ever use a Greninja? Mewtwo is Mewtwo. Pikachu. Also, is how they said it in Melee. Jigglypuff. I think is how they said Jigglypuff. What about others? Charizard is one I never heard because I never played much of the first, not the first, the fourth Smash Brothers game, where he's just where it's just Charizard by itself, mostly. Okay. Incineroar is right there. We want to try maybe attack falling is not good. We want to try maybe Reflect here. We'll see what Basque Legion ends up doing. I can see Incineroar going for a fake out on Gemini, maybe. Actually, let's see what moves they gave their Incineroar. Yush! Mega! Evolution! I saw this thing where, like, somebody was asking, try off the top of your head to name a water Pokemon. There's the fake out. Okay. To name a water Pokemon that is not water. And it needs to be off the top of your head, right? Oh, that was a very good first turn for me. Very good. And of course, the first one that comes to mind immediately is Starmie. Easy for me. Yeah, I actually thought of Staryu before I thought of Starmie, funny enough. Maybe because I was thinking more of the water typing than the psychic typing. But still, that worked out nicely, right? And you know what? I think I'm gonna insist on Thunderbolt on Basque Legion. Let's see how it goes. They're gonna flip turn though, so maybe I should have tried a light screen. Oh yeah, we have the Scarlet and Violet music. But the funny thing is, we do have Starmie right now be blue because it's the shiny version. Still. Should have done a light screen, I guess, but it's alright. Not the end of the world, I hope. Especially if a physical attacker is coming here. Ah, this will still be super effective. Milotic can be a tank, though, right? Anyway, liquidate Incineroar right there. Well done, Gemini. Just like the liquefying thing going on in Live Alive. Sanda! Borto! More damage than I thought it would be, thank goodness. Alright. Yeah, Milotic always takes quite a lot of damage. There's probably some way it can heal. Aerodactyl, Aerodactyl. I kind of want to hit the... I want to use all my attacks on Aerodactyl right there. Liquidation and Thunderbolt both, but I'm going to split them. I'm still going to split them. Mega Aerodactyl can be a fierce one. A tough customer. You know what? I'm going to risk it. I'm going to risk it. I'm going to risk it and see what comes of this. I think it maybe has Sturdy, or... I am really not sure, but... we want at least one hit. It can be fast too, huh? Oh yeah, perfect. Militech use Protect. Thank goodness. That Rock Slide is gonna hit hard. It has a possibility of giving Flinch. That also offsets his lower accuracy. Liquidate that Aerodactyl. Alright. Alright. That ended nicely. We should perhaps consider Light Screen after all. As a Protect on Militech, it's alright. Alright, yes, that I think counts as a win for sure. Nice win, nice win. We have indeed evened the record. Nothing but even numbers too. It's even Steven. There you go. Balatra has sucked me in right away again. Makes me think of that right there. I think I've improved my skills in Balatra a little bit. Only until recently did I realize you can actually increase the game speed. So, if we ever do Balatra again, at least next time it's gonna be faster. We might be able to do more runs in one stream. I mean, it's not like the low speed affected things, we just get to yap about more while it's doing its thing. You think I'm gonna run out of things to say? Sometimes I kinda do, I guess, but overall, nah. That ain't happening. Also, yeah, I just saw the end date of this season, June 16. Time zone may vary, but yeah, there's about 2 weeks left on this season right here. Okay. What am I gonna do with all my VP? I would say training Pokemon, but I'm not really changing the teams that much. Nah, I'm not a subscriber. As a subscriber, I would have many different teams set up, I guess, but no. Let's not spend money like that in the game. Let's not do that. Now then, Mimikyu right there makes me want to do... I need somebody with a Shadow Sneak. Maybe I should consider Shadow Sneak for Sinistcha. But, well, Trunks can take care of that. But Trunks is very weak to a lot of what Mimikyu can do. I don't like it. Now, for the Pokemon that lead... Well, we always keep leading with Rotom. Sinistcha should never be one of the first two out, I think. Incineroar... I think Incineroar might just be the way to go. Gemini and Sinistcha, let's give it a try. Rotom, Incineroar, Gemini, the Starmie, Sinistcha. Let's go. Let's see how it goes. We win enough battles. With Spiritomb, we'll get ourselves a beautiful Spiritomb batch. And I'll have it replace the Starmie batch right there. Yeah. Yeah, I want at least one of the batches to be a Pokemon-based batch. Right, I think Reflect is the way to go here. And a Fake Out. Who gets the Fake Out? Abomasnow? I'm gonna give it to Abomasnow. Whose cheeks are gonna get clapped? Well, maybe. They could ironically do a Fake Out on me. I don't see either of these having a Fake Out, but I don't know. Clapping your cheeks, Abomasnow. Let's go. There's that beautiful Reflect. I could see a Trick Room incoming. Yeah, actually, that could be what happens from Drampa. Draco Meteor. Okay. Light Screen would have helped against that. Oh well. I was thinking of Abomasnow the most right there. But alright. Rotom is gone already. I think I want to try with Gemini right now. It's not the time for Sinistcha. Mostly you want to really take advantage of that hospitality. Whichever comes in, they're going to be weak to something from Abomasnow here. Obviously, I'm thinking of Flare Blitz against it. And yeah, I mean, gotta try that. Close combat would fare well against Rampa right there. Of course, I'm gonna protect with Gemini. But first, Mega Evolution! If we're doing a single battles today, we will see Sinistcha's counterpart. We will see Gemini's counterpart. Let's protect against that Giga Drain. If we can take you out with a Flare Blitz, I can see it having... Well, I was gonna say a Focus Sash, but the Fake Out took care of that too, so... We did it well destroying that. Coffee Slayer, old friend, good to see you, good to see you. I'm having some coffee right now. Coffee. Let's slay that coffee. Just FYI. Good timing right there. Milotic the Spacey, my goodness. We have such a big disadvantage against Milotic right there, that's not good. We gotta try a Zen Headbutt against it. Close combat on Drampa. Long time no see indeed. It's always nice to see you around here, Coffee. It's always nice. Zen Headbutt. Headbutt. Oh, that was not a focus item. Okay. I was thinking it had a focus sash, but no. Well, time for Sinistcha. Too bad, too bad. We did some very good damage against Milotic. Drampa with a Thunderbolt. The lack of stat plays a part in there. Yeah, I was gonna say, like, we couldn't set up the light screen, so that would have been nice there, but alright, alright. Okay. I expect Mimikyu will be the Pokemon that's left on their side. Mimikyu is gonna be trouble. Thank goodness for that hospitality. I still need to get myself some matcha again. Oh, actually, we should try Ice Spinner against Drampa. And then Matcha Gacha. It's down to a Matcha Gacha right there. Yeah. But who hits first? Who hits first? What are they gonna do? Okay, Ice Spinner! You spin me right around, baby, right around in ice. Hope you've been well though, Coffee. As I said, it's always good to hear from you. Whoa. What was that move? Oh, right. No, I was gonna say what type was that, but no, it's a snowstorm, so it's ice. Obviously, it's super effective. For some reason, I thought it was fire for a moment. A drought would make it fire type, I think. What is it when there's no weather? It's just normal type, right? I forget. Charizard. What to do with you, Charizard? There's no need to protect. We should just try to liquidate. It's gonna be neutral. That's the one that does become neutral. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna try to protect with Sinistcha. Depends on who gets hit. I can see them hitting Sinistcha. Let's try to remember how you look because ages ago, yes, things were different. This is what I look like, Coffee. This is what I look like. Mega Charizard, why? Okay. Why? Why is it Mega Charizard? Why? This is what your favorite superstar maniac looks like. This is a cam. This is a cam too. You remember? Excellent. Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Liquidation didn't do as much damage as I hoped it would. They went for Air Slash. That's also super effective, to be fair. Okay, okay. Protect was definitely the right way to go right there. That's kind of a small Mega Charizard Y, isn't it? Kind of small, kind of cute. Nah. Mega Charizard Y is a fierce one. Don't think just because it retains the double weakness to rock or something like that. Don't underestimate Lizardon right there. Lizardon. On our way to Ultra, that depends on what happens in these next battles, though. We're not stopping. Can't stop, just go. Green Forest. We heard that. We heard that just a few days ago. Hopefully not too affected by the internet shenanigans going on this week. But anyway, do I still like Kamen Rider? No. I've never liked Kamen Rider, Coffee. I love it. I've always loved it, and I still love the hell out of it. I still need to watch yesterday's episode of Kamen Rider Sets. This week, I actually didn't watch them on the day they came out. I'm gonna watch all the superhero stuff I've been watching every week in a row. I'm gonna try to have a time, maybe tomorrow or so. 2 hours of it, basically. Precure, Ultraman New Generation Stars, Gavan Infinity, Kamen Rider Setsu. I've been having a jolly time watching the latest series live. Since Toei has done something great making it be distributed, you know, worldwide with official subtitles and all that, so it's more accessible than ever. Gavan Infinity, bit of a mixed bag on that one, but hopefully what comes after Gavan is even better distributed. Now, let me focus here. before. See, that Mimikyu makes me nervous again. Rotom. Yeah, with those couple fighting types in there, I gotta put Gemini up first. Let's try Sinistcha. Yeah, Incineroar. Very well. Rotom, Gemini, the Starmie, Sinistcha, Incineroar. Ikuze. You had me at first when you said no. Yeah. Had you in the first half, did I? Not gonna lie. Let's go. Generation 1. Right. Type advantage and type disadvantages here both for my Gemini. Well, I think it comes down to a light screen against Jolteon. Sneasler. I'm gonna do Reflect because they have other physical attackers on their team. Like that Machamp I think I saw. Mimikyu. Let's future-proof things a little bit. Jolteon has super effective damage against Gemini, of course. Sneasler may be killed by Gemini, though I can see it having a Focus Sash or something like that. Fake out, okay. Went for a fake out against Gemini, okay. Your fake out gets wasted, but in a way my protect gets wasted too. Depends on how one sees that. Right, Reflect is gonna be set up, so another Shadow Ball will probably just kill Rotom right there. Still, we have to try and do what we can here. I'm surprised that's the direction they went. Well, it's because they went for a fake out against... We still gotta try and set up the light screen here. Obviously, I'm gonna do a Zen Headbutt against Sneasler. I get the feeling he's gonna get a Focus Sash going on there. Yes, I can see it going for Thunderbolt there. I was hoping he wouldn't do that. But... how does Rotom fare here? Rotom fares very well, actually. Brilliant. Yes, had it been light screen first, then that Thunderbolt might not have been a feint against Gemini. Alright. Well, I think it's time for Sinistcha, don't you think? Shadow Ball is gonna be super effective against it, though. That Shadow Ball from Jolteon. I should consider setting up a Jolteon. I like that it has Shadow Ball. And it's always a speedy one. It's always one of the speediest Pokemon ever. What to do here, though? What to do here? What should I do here? We gotta try Matcha Gacha. Just, well, Hold on. ちょっと待ってください. Should I protect? Let's protect. Fine, let's protect. No, that will give me an idea of how they're planning to approach this matchup, Rotom and Sinistcha. Okay, I was hoping the Shadow Ball wouldn't be for Rotom. Incineroar incoming. We set up defenses. I don't know if they're gonna be very helpful in this situation. Incineroar! Okay, we gotta do Fake Out against Jolteon. That's the one that has Shadow Ball. Sneasler is probably gonna have some nasty moves too, let's not underestimate it, but still. Yeah, okay, if it's gonna be like that, then it's a Shadow Ball on Sneasler. Like, one has to, like, keep track of how many streams I do without me talking about Kamen Rider, though, going back to talking about Rider. Well, yesterday, they did get some Tokusatsu mentions thanks to what they did with... more like giant robot stuff, but there's some parallels there, right? That beautiful thing, out of all the freaking chapters to do first in Live Alive. And it might be my favorite out of all of them already, the near future. There's another game similar to Live Alive that I also want to play. Getting ahead of myself a little bit, but it would be nice to do it after Live Alive. In which one of the characters is like a red Sentai Ranger base character. That's all I'm gonna say, though. Hold on. Now, what is the best choice here? Maximizing damage against Jolteon, I guess. Incineroar is probably not even gonna hit its move. Yeah, let's not try Matcha Gacha. We're running out of time. Shadow Boru. Have you ever traveled to Japan? I haven't yet. It is a goal. It is in the bucket list. It is on the bucket list for sure. It needs to happen one day. Right. Let's hope that Shadow Ball does good things. Light Screen already helped me out here. Already made a difference. I think we want to try and protect next turn. Yeah, the defensive setup with Rotom, the Reflex, the Light Screens. I'm happy with how that's turned out. That really has been a good idea. But I should maybe consider some battles where we don't do that at all. I don't know. I might change somebody else in the party, have even more utility going on. I told you, I'm like 60% casual, 40% meta. Or 65-35. There's that freaking Mimikyu. That's a problem, that's a problem. Let's protect though, we have leftovers, so... The problem is that Mimikyu is gonna Sword Stance, most likely. It was gonna Sword Stance one way or another, I think. I don't know, because... one wants to do a Shadow Ball against it, but... Where does that leave us? Was there last year in the summer, rented a place for a month in Tokyo. Nice. I had already been to many of the touristy spots, so much of my time was going to lesser known spots 1 to 2 hours outside the city. Ah, let's go, Coffee. That sounds absolutely lovely. I gotta try Matcha Gacha to have the hit going to Mimikyu and hit Jolteon. I don't know if we're even gonna hit Mimikyu right there. I can see Mimikyu doing Shadow Sneak as well. To cover all your bases, that might be a good idea. If we hit Matcha Gacha first though, oh, never mind, Shadow Claw still hits first. To cover all your bases, still might be a good idea to do Shadow Sneak, I was gonna say. I highly recommend going one day. Is eye-opening? 100% in my plans, Coffee. It comes down to budget a lot. Or if I ever get a job that... would be nice if I ever get a job that gets me to travel to it. Though it might affect the streams, but it would be worth it. I've always wanted to stay there for at least a few months, ideally. Even just a 3-month stay can make a big difference. Would affect the streams, of course. I would find a way to, you know, make content out of it, hopefully, but... Give me a second. Checking some things off screen again. I actually changed my setup a little bit. Moved a few things. Moved a table nearby to expand my desk, so to speak. But some cables are kind of getting in the way. Gotta move my chair a little bit because they get jammed. We never want that. Every time I saw Kamen Rider stuff, I thought about Khaiden. Ah, just as it should be. Yeah. I had a friend a long time ago. Long time ago. When my human vessel was still a minor. Still in school. Who went to Japan. And she brought back a little Kamen Rider thing that I still have to this day. I'm looking at it right now. It's a Kamen Rider. It's a head. There's these things they do for riders where it's just the helmet, the head of it on a stand. It's the helmet of Kamen Rider Sekros. For some reason, the antenna came separately, and I lost one of them, so it only has one antenna. I don't know why it's detachable. And because it's such a small thing, it's so easy to lose. It was lost a long time ago. So yeah. Okay, there's that freaking Jolteon again. Now I have PTSD with Jolteon. Rotom. Let's set up Rotom anyway. I need a ground type or something. That's not gonna make a difference necessarily, but... Should we try Incineroar? So they have a Sinistcha as well. No, Incineroar is not the way to go to get things started here. It's not Gemini either, maybe. I don't think we start with Gemini. It's Trunks. Sinistcha. Incineroar. Rotom. Trunks, the Gallade. Sinistcha. Incineroar. My two top favorites are not in the party right there. I should have considered Spiritomb, actually. I saw that exact thing several different shops. Yeah. I think they're still doing them. I would love to collect them, actually. That seems like it would be cheaper than other merch. And it looks very artsy as well, you know? First of all, it's easier to display than a figure that, you know... I have a couple figures, actually. One is an Iron Man figure. I actually got it purchasing some stuff, like... I used parts of, like, a virtual reality headset. And it's one of those things where the person that sends it to you sends you some extra things. It's gotta be Reflect here. They sent me this little Iron Man figure. Like, oh, that was cute. I like that. Let them a greater review still. Okay, it's gotta be close combat against... Who's a bigger danger here? I'm gonna go try Weavile. I can see it having Focus Sash or something. Population Bomb was avoided, thank goodness. But yeah, what was I saying about those heads? Yeah, see, this is why I was trying to do Sacred Sword on Weavile. Sadly, we couldn't set up the Reflect. It's about who's faster. Maybe I should change Rotom Speed, or instead of a Lumberry, we should give it a Focus Sash as well. Yeah, it should be a Focus Sash. Though the Lumberry saved our lives against that freeze. But, yeah. Anyway, do I also like Ultraman? I was about to say, I have the Ultra Father. I have an Ultra Father figure that I must have gotten at some point in my Human Vessel's childhood. At the time, I didn't know much about it, but it's the Ultra Father. Mostly it's been preserved well. A few parts of the paint have faded on the chest, but it's mostly really good. So, Ultraman. Let's try this, by the way. Sacred Sword against Mouse Hold. Well, Quick Claw wasn't needed. It's a fake out we're doing here. Okay. I didn't expect that. Okay. We will not hit that fake out. But it's not like it would have done much, maybe. Okay. Play rough makes sense there. I released the Mouse Hold I had because I just needed space. It's not that I dislike Mouse Hold. This makes me want to use one, but you know, there's only so much space you have without subscribing. We do have Shadow Sneak with Gallade, with Trunks here. Ultraman is something that, looking at so much of it, as I'm starting to really get into it this year, I should have gotten into it a long time ago. It even has the potential to make me get more into it than I ever did it right. Like, seriously. Better late than never, you know? And this year I've gone crazy with it. I'm really getting into it so much. Ultraman New Generation Stars right now is mostly an anthology series. Let me focus here for a moment. Flare Blitz, Sinistcha against Jolteon. What do we want to do more? Yeah, it's gotta be Sacred Sword against Jolteon. Charge Beam. Right. That makes sense. Although it's neutral. Special Attack Rising. Okay, yeah, Charge Beam would be... It's a bug move, I think, so it's super effective against Dark, but, you know, Fire mitigates that. Beautiful. Damage! Sacred Sword! Ultraman, though, this was a year in which I've gotten into it in pretty much every aspect, you know? The series, Ultraman New Generation Stars, is great. I'm the audience they have in mind for that. Somebody who wants to get more into Ultraman is like... It's just mostly clip shows of past episodes of the past 10-ish years, mostly the past 5 or so. Because that's a new generation. It starts with Ginga in 2013-14-ish. Really gets started in 2015 with Ultraman X, all the way till the present day. At some point, they gotta stop being the new generation, though. But... And I really like this new generation era. A lot of it looks like so much fun. There's that Weavile. There's my Sinistcha. Well, they have a big disadvantage, but... Let's not get overconfident either. Let's do Flare Blitz here. I'm gonna just use Protect, I guess. We want to be careful. Especially if they're aiming to hit that Sinistcha. Good on that player for not forfeiting. I would not forfeit. I would see it all the way through until the end. Not just because of the rewards, but because that's part of the fun, damn it. Let them see the whole battle through. Just like in Master Duel, let the other opponent get to see the whole duel. Let me be an anime character and never give up. And see the whole thing all the way through. Right? Alright. Let's finish it with a Flare Blitz right there then. Good game, very good game. I thought we were gonna lose it for quite a few moments there, but that's the Gaktin. Gaktin! The turnabout. The turnaround. Yes. But Ultraman, I've gotten so much into it this year. Oh yeah, also the music. The Ultraman Spirits concerts have been so great. Voyager. I love those two. Their voices are so good. The Ultraman Ginga song. Well, it has quite a few songs, but Ginga no Uta. The one that goes... Ha! Oh my god. Peak freaking music. Are you kidding me? That just like hits so many right buttons for me. Oh, just love of my life, that song already. I gotta watch Ginga someday. And to the side, I've been keeping up with New Generation Stars, right? Years ago, I did watch Ultraman Z, and I almost got into... And I watched the entirety of Ultra Galaxy 5, The Absolute Conspiracy. I almost got into Ultraman the way I got into it now, but then I kind of fell to the wayside with my ADHD getting in the way and all that. But, yeah. Just lots of stuff happened between then and now, but now, better late than never getting into Ultraman. Anyway, let's run ads on the Twitch side, first of all. But we're gonna be here, not on a BRB screen. Let's take a look at other things in the meantime. I might recruit somebody. I want to see my achievements. How close are we to the Spirit Tomb thing? Because we still don't have that badge, I think. How many battles are left? Only one battle that we win with Spirit Tomb on the team. Yes, we gotta try that. I think we could pivot to singles, though I want to keep pushing until hopefully we get to... Yeah, so I have to choose one of these. Whoever I choose might be released. Well, I said I wanted Jolton after that, but this is gonna be temporary recruitment. I don't think I'm doing it permanently, or... How do we feel about this? How do we feel about this? How do we feel about this, Tajigen? Perhaps another Rotom. That seems like a solid enough Rotom to me. Electro Web, Hyper Voice, Nasty Plot, Blizzard, Sinistcha, Fire Monkey, Flamethrower, Crunch, Iron Tail, Super Power. Both special and physical moves here. What's up with that? I don't like that. Like, attack is even lowered because of the stats. I don't know about that. See, this is why I don't say I'm fully casual. I do keep that in mind. I'm a hybrid. I'm a hybrid. I'm multi-dimensional. That's the right term to use right here. Why don't we try a Rampardos? Rampardos. Rock Slide, Head Smash. Again, whoever's being recruited here, I'm probably going to release. Or rather, put back in the range. I wanted to try some quick coupons. Try to see what comes up. We're no longer searching for a Sinistcha, I can tell you that much. I'm glad I didn't like cave and use that ghost ticket or coupon. Hisuian Sororg, we still have one. Oh, did I have a Skeledirge? Actually, I can take a look at it before choosing. I forget there's a quick menu. I need to use the quick menu more often. Okay, I'm seeing some drop frames from Internet Shenanigans. So I'm guessing they haven't fixed the stuff yet. Nothing big yet, but hopefully it doesn't get too bad either. Again, today's stream is gonna be short and sweet, or at least that's the plan. But yeah, watch out for those. It's kind of concerning that they haven't fixed it yet, though, and it's been going on since Thursday. But also relieving that is the entire area that had the issues. Let's not underestimate Slowbro here either, by the way. Belly Drum. I would take away Nasty Plot and put a Psychic move there. Infernape. Did I have an Infernape already? Anyway, I did want to have all three Baldia starters. Let me see. Let's check the boxes. I got some missions done by recruiting Pokemon, I think. Meowscarada and Quackable are here both, I think. Let's recruit Skeledirge. Let's have the Paldia starters. I still want to get the Alola starters as well. Those are some of my... Yeah, I think my favorite starter trio, fully evolved that is, maybe even not fully evolved, is the Alola starters. But what would be my second favorite? You know, if you were to ask me that question, it might just be the Paldia starters. And now that already some time has passed since we even like finished everything we set out to do in Violet, including the 25 Legends of the Past, it's not recency bias. I really just like them that much. Helps when you have a ghost type there somewhere. It's gonna be permanent. Screw it. Permanent. Permanent it is. Torch Song, Substitute, Earth Power, Hex. That has a lot of potential. I would like to set up a Paldia team. But I want Kilowattrel, my dear Khaiden, to be there. And yeah, we're lagging from Internet Shenanigans. Hold the line, Tajigen. At least now we know. It's just a matter of weathering the storm. Hopefully nothing else has gotten more damage from that. I might give them another phone call so that they can register another report right there. So they give it more priority, because I'm not the only one in my area that has reported things to the ISP. From what the customer support person told me yesterday. So yeah. Hopefully the frames don't get too funky there. But yeah, I want to do like a pure Gen 9 introduced Pokemon team. But we gotta have low kicks there. We gotta have a Palafin there. We could have it. Yeah, it would probably be the 3 starters, and not caring about repeating types, I have Low Kicks, Palafin, and Kilowattrel, Khaiden, but 2 of those are not in this game yet. I hope they are here sooner than later. Maybe I should try setting them up for online battles in Violet itself. It would give me a reason to do more in that game. That would be fun, maybe. I low-key kind of want to try that. We get to terrestrialize there, and we don't get to do it here, so there's that. No, repeating types may end up benefiting you in some ways. A full monotype team, that's a different story, but yeah. I don't think I want to change Skeledirge's moves, but it's good checking them out anyway. I mean, Sinistcha, well, Sinistcha may also be on that team, to be fair. On that Baldia team. Well, Sinistcha is from Kitakami, but Gen 9 team, right? Gen 9. I guess anybody who gets a new Mega Evolution in Legend CA is also a Gen 9 introduced Pokemon in a way. Also, I think I want to recruit this Ditto permanently. It would be fun to have a Ditto set up somewhere. I think I'll release Tinkaton, Mamoswine, and Polion. I might want to keep Hydrapple. Maybe not. I don't think I'll keep that Garchomp. Since I don't have Legend Arceus and I don't see myself having it anytime soon, any Hisuian Pokemon like that Decidueye I want to keep. I have the Hisuian Typhlosion here, right? Wait, did I really? Oh no, yeah, there it is. There it is. Right. I wanted to keep that one as well. Hisuian Sorork because I love Sorork. Regular Sorork I'd like to keep as well. My dear Palafin, we used it in quite a few battles and I need to use it again. But yeah, let's go for singles now then. Or no, wait. No, we should see if we can get to Ultra before we go for singles again. Let's go back to doubles. And well, wait. No, actually, you know what? No, wait, let's go for the boxes. I think I do want to give a focus sash to Rotom. If we're setting things up defensively, this is what we need to do. I may regret no longer having a Lumberry because it saved our lives against that freeze that time, but I think a focus sash is the way to go. Nobody else is using one here. Where is the thing? It's only if it already has full health, but after the way things went in that last battle, I think it was that last one, right? Where it was an instant knockoff, knockout, knockout. Nice poetry right there. Yeah. And a bright powder for Trunks, or do we want to replace Trunks? I want to have my two shinies here. I don't know. If anything, Incineroar might be the one that gets replaced, funny enough. What about Skeledirge? I'm repeating the ghost types too much there, though. A fire type is a good one to have here, though. Yeah, Hisuian Typhlosion, speaking of fire ghost types. Or Meowscarada? No, I don't think so. Aggron, we did some great things with that Aggron, but ideally it's a Mega Aggron. Megagron, you might call it. I'm considering permanently recruiting that Golurk right there. Yeah, maybe Garchomp right here. But okay. What about auto team build? What does it do? Nothing changes here. This is what they do for my automatic team. This is interesting. Or no, wait. Why don't we... That's the monotype ghost team. Does it actually do auto... It didn't do anything. No, that's the monotype ghost team. I'm gonna have to redo it, but... No, let's actually... Yeah, that's the actual auto team build going on there. What do you think of this team? 2 Mega Stone Pokemon. I have mixed feelings about that. We have to ensure we never choose both of them for the same battle, I guess. Holucha with a Focus Sash, okay. I don't think it actually takes into account the items that much. Okay, Rampardos with a Choice Scarf. Now that is a choice, indeed. Gourgeist with a Citrus Berry. Not too shabby. Yeah, that's the moveset we went for. Well, we're not gonna use that team, I think. Just back to doubles. Back to doubles with Team 2. I don't think I'm gonna name the teams. It will probably be main singles, main doubles. The names I would give them. I would love to have so many teams. Seriously, if I were that much into it to the point that I subscribe, I would set up 18 monotype teams, 18 different monotype teams for the fun of it. Anyway, the setup here, Sandaconda. When was the last time I saw that in a player's team? Good to see that. But the setup here. Well, Rotom at first, as we keep insisting on. Yes, I think Gemini has a lot of merit here. We insist on Sinistcha. The question is, do we want Incineroar? I think it's time for Spiritomb. Rotom, Gemini, the Starmie, Sinistcha, Spiritomb. Let's go. That's a roll call we do with, like, choosing the characters, right? You would think Live Alive has that going on, but you don't quite choose the characters on your team. Not exactly, not yet. But for other RPGs, it can definitely apply. Harky! Good to see you as well. Thank you for the 10 bits over on the Twitch side. Just like always. Good to see you haven't lost the bid cheering. Much appreciated, Herky. How's it going here? Going nicely, going nicely. We do have more wins than losses right now, but even when we have more losses than wins here in Champions, it's nice. Some internet lag shenanigans this week, but hopefully by next week they're fixed. Thunderstorm, windy all weather, stormy all weather. Let's protect here, by the way. In the windy all weather, stormy all weather. I'm not gonna sing right now over this lovely Johto music. My favorite battle theme, I think. Regular battle theme, that is. Trainer battle theme in Pokemon. Both this version and the Hard Gold Soul Silver version. Nice to catch you live. It's been ages since. Yes. It's been a while too, Herky. Okay, there's the Reflect. Minimize! Oh dear. That's gonna be a doozy. Because I was hoping to hit it with Liquidation. Well, let's try Light Screen then. Perhaps we should just do Liquidation against... Well, yeah, we need Tyranitar out because he has super effective damage against Gemini here. We both protected that first turn. They have more of an advantage because they won't be affected by the Sandstorm. I see the setup. Sandaconda, Tyranitar. There's the Mega Evolution. I forgot to call out my Mega Evolution. Mega Evolution for Gemini, my Starmie. Liquidate that Tyranitar, let's see. Let's see if that's enough. Yes, thank goodness. Being faster helps here. But it's always nice when all faces like you show up as well, Herky. Absolutely. And to see some things haven't changed at all. Some things haven't changed with this Maniac, some things have changed quite a bit. This week was a week of big changes, even with the scuff that's been going on. Mostly internet scuff. Though there was some funky controller and audio scuff going on with Sonic Adventure 2. At least that's fixable. Is that a word? Fixable? Anyway. The beginning of two games I've been looking forward to streaming for so long, right? Sonic Adventure 2 and Live Live. Big event incoming next week with the Summer Game Fest. Thrilling time here as we kind of get into the middle of the year or so. Soon enough, it's going to be time to regenerate in Final Fantasy XIV, by the way. With the poll we'll set up to transform with the next Fantasia change, let's do Shadow Ball against Archaludon. Yeah, I should try Liquidation against Sandaconda. I need to try. There's that Minimize. There's that Minimize. Alright. It is now. Yes, it is. Ooh, Snarl. Okay. What did it do also? Special attack. Yeah. That's bad again for that's bad for Rotom. Not so much for Gemini, but yeah, not that much damage. One has to consider switching out Rotom. Might be a good time for that, actually. For a bunch of reasons. Yes, I think I'm gonna do that. To have Sinistcha's Hospitality do its thing as well. And yeah, I gotta try Liquidation against Sandaconda. I could protect, but the Sandstorm damage makes me hesitate on that decision. Let Sinistcha's Hospitality also help. They have a Sandstorm. They have a solid Sandstorm set up right here. Freaking Minimize. Freaking Minimize. Right, Sinistcha's special attack now gets lower too. Question is, do we want to switch out? I think maybe we should. More Minimize. Okay. Now, how should we go about this? Because I don't like Sinistcha's attack being lowered. Well, special attack, but it comes down to a matcha gacha maybe. We gotta try hitting Sandaconda one way or another, because we're unlikely to hit it. Protect is something I consider with Sinistcha, but yeah. Solid setup there. Sandstorm and Minimize, and Pokemon that will not be affected by the Sandstorm here, right? Yeah, not hitting that. Minimize makes the big difference right there. I don't really have a counter against that kind of setup, I guess. Also, it might be good to switch out after this and also set things up with Rotom again. The Sandstorm subsided and that's going to be a big help. So we can also have Sinistcha's Hospitality come into play here. I'm going to give it a try. It may not work out, but I got to give it a try. And I got to try Liquidation again, yeah. Protect is not going to do it here. It's a war of attrition against this team, mostly. Thank goodness we knocked out Tyranitar. I think they will not be able to set up another Sandstorm. Or maybe they will, actually. Avoided that again. There's that Snarl. If we can at least set up Reflect, we try that Hospitality again with Matcha. Gacha. With Sinistcha, I meant to say. So we went for Matcha as the nickname for Sinistcha in Pokemon Violet. But that's a different Sinistcha. What should we do here? I wonder. Also, we should consider a curse against Sandaconda. I wanted to try Hospitality there, but I want to curse that Sandaconda. It set up a lot of defense, it set up a lot of things right there. We need to do that. And we need to set up a light screen. That's an extremely defensive situation with this Anaconda right there. If they switch it out, they lose all those buffs. So they may not want to. It's a risk either way. It's always a risk to use Curse anyway. If it goes well, Sinistcha's Hospitality will help against the damage we'll take from Curse and everything there. Yeah. Rock Slide. And there's the flinch. That's unfortunate. RNG was just not on our side for this battle. It just wasn't. Let's give it a try again. We gotta insist on the curse. We gotta insist on it. We protect. Protect against Snarl would do a lot of good there too, come to think of it. Let's give it a try again. Well, now Curse is not gonna benefit from... The damage we'll lose from Curse won't benefit from Sinistcha's Hospitality anymore. I think there is a move you can give Sinistcha that heals your other Pokemon. Or maybe I'm hallucinating. Matcha Gacha is only gonna heal Sinistcha itself, but... Yeah, there's something we can set up right there. Okay, Rock Slide. Let's see what happens here. Yeah, this is a Citrus Berry. Oh, damn. We are so unlucky. This was a battle of bad luck. Bad luck. That fling chance, I don't know what the fling chance is on that move right there, but yeah, it's not that high. Let's try Shadow Ball then. Can't even land one curse. Rock Slide just keeps getting his flinch. We're just very unlucky here. Let me see what the chance for Rock Slide is for the flinch. I think it's... I don't know if it's 10%. Let me see. Accuracy is 90%. Shadow Ball. Okay, good that that's hitting there. Been debuffed quite a bit. No, it's a 30% chance. Yeah. It's flinch again. Nah, this battle was cursed. The ones that were cursed was me and my team. Well, nothing to it. Nothing to it. Let's protect though. We wanna recover with those leftovers right there. Poor Spiritomb couldn't do a single freaking thing. I don't think we'll be able to do a thing right there. They don't even know that I was trying to use Curse on them. They'll never know. That I did have a counter against your damn Sandaconda. But I couldn't even land it. Rock Slide is kind of a gamble because of the 90% accuracy. Now this makes me think, hey, maybe it should be 80%. Game Freak nerfed that. But nah, it's just bad luck. All things considered, 30% chance is not that high. Okay, now... doing minimize is not the answer. That's what I've been trying to do for like 3 freaking turns. Now Spiritomb is gonna faint from that, but there's nothing we can do about that. It wouldn't have been a feint before. Now it's like a bit too late for that. What am I gonna do? Not do it? I will do it. I want them to at least know that, damn it, I had that curse in my pocket. Let's try Matcha Gacha. We do want to recover some health, ideally. I told you, we are not leaving the battle. We're seeing it through all the way until the end. Especially because next week, yes, we may not do Pokemon Champions. This may be the last Pokemon Champion stream in a while. In a good while, I think. As much as I love Pokemon, as I was saying on the last Champion stream, this is the 7th stream now. Oh, Sinistcha, okay. Matcha Gacha will be resisted there mostly. We want to insist on a Shadow Ball against Sinistcha right there, of course. My Sinistcha is very debuffed, and it continues being debuffed by that, I was gonna say, except we fainted already. Nah, that helps. Let's have the battle finished already. But yeah, Champions doesn't really pay off that much for me. I'm gonna be more about the single-player experience. Because I'm much better at that game mode, let's say, than the multiplayer game mode. Since I'm gonna be more casual about it. I guess technically I'm casual about single player, but in a way I'm not, because I'm willing to grind it out like crazy. I don't need to meta. I don't need to take it. I don't need to like not play with my favorites if my favorites are quote unquote bad stat wise. No, they're not. They're not gonna be bad if I level them up further and if I keep using my max potions and items in battle. I can be the champion like that. Are you kidding me? You forget that's an option. Not here though, but this is a different game mode. These are different game modes after all. Actually, yeah, it pays off for me to approach this casually way more than I ever would if I got into it more competitively, for lack of a better word. That's why I don't use the word competitive for this kind of Pokemon gameplay. Because I'm not competitive, quote unquote, about it. Also, do we want to insist on Gemini first? I think we don't. Do we want to insist on Incineroar? I don't think so. Trunks might have some benefits here, actually. Chotomate. Rotom, Sinistcha. Very well. We will do it. No, you know what? I will insist on Spiritomb. This should be interesting. Trunks, the Gallade. Rotom, Sinistcha, Spiritomb. Alright. Look at how even the record remains. I get the feeling I might have forgotten to log a win or a loss there somewhere, but otherwise, well, nice even record. At least it's pleasing to the eyes. Equal numbers right there. You can't have a draw in Pokemon in any way, right? If both Pokemon faint at the end of a battle or something like that, is who faints first rather than, you know, based on who went first maybe? I don't know. I don't know. If a tie happens for whatever reason, we'll add a third digit. It's okay. It can be done. Oh, I sense a tailwind incoming. I sense a tailwind. And I think Reflect might be the best choice here. Also, we have a big disadvantage against that Pidgeot here, but I gotta try... Actually, why should I try? Psycho Cut against Pidgeot. Right there. Reflect. Nobody Mega Evolves here. Not yet, anyway. No, we didn't get Starmie. Stone Axe. That's gotta be Rock type, I think. Ah, and it sets up Stealth Rock. Okay. There's the Tailwind I was expecting. That Cleaver was actually faster than Pidgeot. Nah, they didn't need the Tailwind. That would have been faster either way, I think. Now, I think we must insist on a Shadow Sneak. It's gotta be on Cleaver. But Thunderbolt... Yeah, we must insist on this. We must try to do it this way. I doubt Rotom will survive this next turn, but if we can hit a Thunderbolt against Pidgeot, it would make a world of difference. I'm starting to think maybe Focus Sash is not the way to go. Maybe we want to try... maybe we want to try Focus Band instead. It's kind of a caveat, but yeah. Okay, I don't like this. Rain and Tailwind. Ooh, nice crit. Nice crit on the Shadow Sneak right there. I don't like that. And something like Swift Swim might ensure you have more speed one way or another. Well, yeah, we gotta try Sinistcha. We gotta try Sinistcha. Trunks hasn't received any damage, right? But, right. There's Stealth Rock over there. That is a thing. It's gotta be a Psycho Cut against Cleaver because it's gonna be... I'm actually gonna protect first. I need to see what moves they're gonna try to do. Might be a mistake, maybe Machagacha would be a good idea, but that Politoad... Well, you know, they lose that Tailwind turn by me protecting. Yeah, I still don't think Trunks should have any protect moves. Trunks is gonna be 100% an offensive Pokemon. An offensive Pokemon, that sounds kind of funny saying it like that, but... An offense-based Pokemon. Just all in on attack, and nothing but attack. Good protection. Stone Axe will be neutral there, but you know, it can hit hard, as we've seen. Thank goodness we got rid of Cleaver. Beautiful crit from Trunks. Let's go. Well, some nice crits here. Because we've had... crits so far have been bad on our side. Oh yeah, and the leftovers helping too. That's another good reason to protect. Yeah. It's gotta be Machagacha we go for here. The Pidgeot is danger. Danger right there. Huge danger from Pidgeot. Yeah, we gotta try Psycho Cut there. Although... yeah, there's nothing to it but trying a Machagacha. Pidgeot receive a bit of damage, which helps, but... No. I was not expecting Pidgeot to be slower in any way whatsoever than my Pokemon. Their Starmie is gonna move first. We gotta see what they're gonna do. I can see an Ice move incoming. Ice Beam. Yeah, not a Mega Starmie, so you wanna go for Ice Beam instead of Ice Spinner, right? Alvaro, welcome to the channel. We're doing fine. Getting thrilled by the battles, no matter how they go. Are you alone? You're not alone. We do have multiple chats going on, but thanks for being there on the YouTube side. Just can't show them because Mr. Twitch is a bit particular about the chat that displays on stream. Until we have full confirmation that maybe that's changed, but... okay, Spiritomb. I think it's definitely time for a Shadow Sneak against that Starmie there. I can see Pidgeot setting up another Tailwind though. Well, yeah, we gotta do Machagacha, I think. I would consider Protect though. Let's do Machagacha. If they set up Tailwind again, then this is the right choice. If they don't, okay. Starmie is gonna survive this turn. What I'm worried about is a Hurricane from that Pidgeot. Yeah. It's not like Spiritomb would have taken out Pidgeot right there. You're trying to improve your Hisuian, Goodra, and Flareon team? Good luck with that. Never set up a team like that myself. Flareon is your goated. Let's go, Alvaro. Also, yeah, I saw a few more frames drop from internet. It really is going to be a relief if that is gone by next week's streams. We have some major things going on as well. Like everything with... Also, I think it should be... well, it needs to be foul play if we're going to hit that Pidgeot. I have to insist on trying to get that Pidgeot out of here. It was a huge danger to the team right there. Definitely not the time for a curse, I think. If I want to be cheeky, maybe I can do that. But nah, let's try Poltergeist. Foul play. Thunder. Not what I expected. Going for a water move might have been better. The Thunder is guaranteed to hit. Thanks to the rain. But yeah, I think I have a very good idea of what next week's schedule is going to look like. I think we already have decided on that idea we were talking about earlier. Funny how that worked out. Yeah, you know, I think one way or another, FF14 would have been moved to Thursday because of what we're doing on Friday with the Summer Game Fest. Or what we're planning to do with it. I must insist on a Shadow Sneak. I can see them using Protect though against on their Starmie. I went around thanks to Flash Fire and Choice Scarf and the 200 attack. Ooh. Yeah, Flash Fire can do that for sure. Didn't realize Flareon could have Flash Fire. I've come to associate Flash Fire with Cerulege. Oh yeah, I still need to set up Armor Rouge and Cerulege in here. Funny enough, I think I'm gonna train them in Legend CA rather than Violet. I associate them more with Violet, but it's easier for me to get the items and the resets and all of that set up in Legend CA. I should transfer them here. Well, I just don't see space for them in any of my teams at the moment. Yeah, setting up other teams, I keep saying that, but I don't see myself doing it that much, especially because I have to always manually adjust them. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to subscribe to get more teams anytime soon. Gudra tanks everything, even super effective moves. Nice. But here, I get the feeling I might be against a bot. Oh, speaking of armor, Rouge, there it is. What to do here? Well, Rotom, I feel like Incineroar has merit at the start. We will insist on Spiritomb, Sinistcha, 3 ghost types. I am a Hex Maniac after all, aren't I? Here's the thing about Hex Maniac, psychic types are also important there. Look at Olympia's gym. My beloved Olympia gym, Anistar City gym. Though I haven't played X and Y yet. Still need to. Yes, I think this is a bot, by the way. Let's not get overconfident either, though. This is definitely the time for a light screen, though. Let's clap your cheeks. Whose cheeks are gonna get clapped? Armorouche. Let's clap your cheeks with a fake out. Weak armor. Speed rising sharply. Okay. The question is, with Armorouche and Ceruledge, do I want to do the thing I did with the counterparts? Sinistcha and Poltergeist, or sorry, Sinistcha and Poltergeist. Or do I want to have them both on the same team, right? On a fire monotype team, I would definitely have both of them. Just for the sheer fun of it, right? On a psychic type mono team, I might have both Gardevoir and Gallade. Yeah, we'll set up the Reflect. Let's do that. And well, yes, let's do Flare Blitz against Victory Bell. Actually, I could see Armorouche having something super effective against Rotom. Rotom! Yes, Alvaro. It's been a good companion, a good ally, a good friend for me. And because I favor that ghost typing. It was nice, we saw it in Recruit and got something great out of it. I would get myself some of the other Rotons also for the fun of it, but box space. Gotta limit things. Already this thing I'm saying that I want to get the other 2 Alola starters. Well, I have Hisui and Decidueye, but also regular one. And then the 3 Paldia starters. Well, we have them already, but I don't know if we're gonna be able to set all of that up. Anyway, you know what? Let's switch out here. Actually, no, Sinistcha was not the answer, maybe? No, that was a mistake. Oh well. Not the end of the world. Yeah, that... Oh! Right, okay, it did not go to Sinistcha. Because the bot is gonna bot. You know, it did that fire move against Incineroar. You released Zoroark for Hisui and Zoroark? Fair enough. Yeah, there's some that I didn't want to release back into the ranch maybe, but it was necessary. For many reasons. Critical hit, very well tanked. That's thanks to all the defenses we've set up with that Rotom right there. Let's go. Yes, I think it's time for another Shadow Ball. Let's do it on that Manectric. Let's try... Let's see how Rage Powder feels. If there's any time to test it, test run it, let's say. Now is the time for that. Let's get that. With the defenses we set up with... Yeah, there we go. Great usage of Rage Powder. Ugh, too bad about the paralysis, but that's the risk we took. I am thinking I may not keep doing Rage Powder and have another thing there, because I don't use it that often. Well, it paid off here quite nicely, though. If I'm not doing Rage Powder, what will the other move be? I don't expect it will be a damaging move. It will be something else that's also defensive like that, I think. Do we want to try Rage Powder again? I shall insist on it. A bit ambitious of me, but let's give that a try. See where it takes us. Yeah. Shadow Bore. Hi. Feels chill against the bot. Shouldn't get overconfident about it still, but look at how well the battle is going on. That Stomping Tantrum wouldn't have hit Rotom. It has Levitate. Let's set up the light screen again then. Or, well, do we need to? No, never mind. Let's go for the Shadow Ball. Shadow Ball City. It's Shadow Ball City. Let's go. Why YouTube is dead? YouTube should be okay. If you're seeing buffering, YouTube has been a bit weird lately, if that's what you mean. Or it may be from my end, because my ISP has had issues this week. And not like the incompetence I say they have, but actually they're taking long to fix the issues in the area, but no. Even though I'm flaring and Goodra is supposed to be my aces, Mega Dragonite is being the real ace here. Mega Dragonite has some good things going on. I must insist on my team still. I'd love to use the others a bit more though, but I don't play this enough to justify switching between teams that much. We got the Spiritomb badge though. Now that's great. Hold on a minute. Let's get that badge. Let's get that badge right here. Oh, you're fine, Alvaro. Don't worry about that. Let's get that badge. That's what we want. Yes. See, to get the PNG of that, I need to actually, like, Photoshop it or something. You can get a PNG of the badge blank, but because it would be a lot of PNGs to, you know, do each of them individually. At least from what I've seen, Cerebi.net is like the website I saw where you can get these. Yeah, I would have to do it myself. Just put in the art. That's like the Pokemon Home art, the regular art, one might say. Let me check the profile then. Yeah, as much as I love Starmie, it's gotta be this. It's gotta be this. Eventually we get some golden badges there too. Oh, no, wait, don't do it like this. This is the way I want it set up. Spiritomb will remain on the team, but now funny enough, I'm a bit more willing to replace it. Now that I got what I wanted out of it. I still wanted to do some single battles. Let's do a single battle here. If we don't get to Ultra, if one of my balls is bigger than the other, that's okay. That's okay. See, Gengar, I might switch here. Wait. Let me change this team. I think Gengar should perhaps be replaced. Who with, though, is the question. How do we feel about Meowscarada? I think not. Alolan Raichu, we've had on the team before. Hisuian Decidueye. Oh, I need to change those moves, I think. Haven't looked at his moves. No, you're fine, Alvaro. Don't worry about it. I don't think your messages are coming in late, if that's what you mean. Or if there was any buffering, maybe try refreshing. Few frames have dropped. Nothing too drastic, actually, all things considered, given how it's been this week, but yeah. Yeah, because some of these need to be permanently recruited. Hisuian Soror just to keep them guessing. That's the one we had on the team before. But what about that Rampardos? Let's do it. And with a Focus Sash, that's a good one to give it. That's a good idea with... Wait, what is the ability it has? Screw it. Let's go for it with this team anyway. Let's do it like this. I may not even choose it for this coming battle. Oh yeah, I think I forgot to put that win, right? It does count, even if it's a bot. It's even. See, I feel like there's a win or loss I forgot to count right there. It is me just manually updating it. That would be crazy if somebody was able to set it up in a way that it can detect your wins or losses in the game. How the hell would that even work? Some games on PC I could see that working with, but Champions, I don't know about that. So I think we insist on Voltigeist first. So there's a couple of dark types in there. Good to see Spiritomb out in the wild. Besides my own Spiritomb. Now I want to insist on my Spiritomb being in there, but we start with... Who do we start with? Rampardos. I will insist on Rampardos. Let's see how it feels to have it. Meganium. And I shall try Incineroar. Your team is Gui the Gudra, Rampardos, Mega Meganium, Mega Green, Incineroar. Let's call it out. Gui the Gudra, Fearing the Flareon, Mimikyu, Fatalicha the Sinistcha, that's a great nickname. Sneasler and Mega Dragonite, let's go. Ah, there's that lovely Spiritomb. I'm sorry I didn't choose a Spiritomb, my friend. Spiritomb is in this battle one way or another. That's a small Rampardos. That's a small boy right there. Okay, then. Well, we gotta try a Head Smash. What did Endeavor do again? Right. I can't figure out what the proper way to use that one. Head to Smash! Beautiful damage on that one. I still love you, Spiritomb. I still absolutely loved you. Loving me, loving you. Na 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 na. Should we insist on Head Smash? Should we try that super effective? No, let's do Head Smash. Let's do Head Smash. I figure we might not even hit it. Right, I forget Heliolisk can get Surf in there. With this kind of Pokemon, do we want to do Meganium or Incin? Well, given that we have a Surf in there, it's got to be Meganium. Mega Meganium. Earth Power would be super effective, but I'll try a Solar Beam, especially if they switch out. Yosh, Mega Evolution. Mega Meganium. Oretachi, Mega Ninja. Maybe I should just give it the same nickname. Mega Green. Focus Blast. That's gonna be resisted. Let's see how the Solar Beam hits as fully neutral damage. Mega Soul. Mega Sun. Okay, I had a feeling there was a Focus Sash there somewhere, maybe. Okay. Let's try Dazzling Gleam. I'm kind of showing the cards in my hand by doing that, but no, it's not about that. They just don't have any good moves against Meganium. Look at that crit. Ugh, okay. Should be enough for a feint here with Dazzling Gleam. Good damage. Down to the last Pokemon. I'm regretting not bringing Spiritomb into this. Volcarona. Well, Earth Power wouldn't do well here. I must insist... Yeah, too bad Rampardos is fainted now. We would have such great damage right there. I must insist on switching out with Incineroar. Actually, I may have done a mistake. Now Mimikyu is called Pikachu, Sneasler is Sneeze Out, and Dragonite is Dragonite. I like that. I like that, Alvaro. Ah, Quiver Dance. Oh no. Maybe I should have tried to damage it. Well, okay. It's time for a fake out. Either way. Clap in your cheeks. I need more stat boost counters. Haze or something. I don't know. Feels like I need them. Flare Blitz will be neutral. Wait. What abilities is Volcarona able to have? Flame Body? What does that do again? Okay. I was worried about a Flash Fire or something that benefits from fire moves or is completely immune to them. Struggle Bug, okay. That was not as much damage as I thought it would be, thank goodness. With that Quiver Dance. Because this is neutral. Okay, nice. Fire versus fire. I'm sorry I didn't use a Spiritomb. I feel bad. I feel like I gotta apologize to them. They brought their Spiritomb. I didn't bring mine, though I did bring the badge. But okay. Good singles battle. Good stuff. Good stuff with that right there. To actually win in the Ultra Ball tier. Who would have thunk it? Let's do another one. I want to go back to Double Sin, hopefully. And see if we can get it to become Ultra as well. I think there's still more box expansion I can get by getting to Master Ball tier, but I shall insist on being mostly casual about it. Just using my favorites. But it's fun to use some others that I usually wouldn't use, like Rampardos. Speaking of Rampardos, would be good against Aerodactyl right there. I still insist Rock should resist itself, or even better, be immune against itself. But anyway, we start with... The only danger here is, well, the biggest danger here with Polteageist is that King Gambit. I will take my own Gambit and give it a try with Polteageist. Actually, you know what? Let's try it this way then. Polteageist, Spiritomb, Starmie. You haven't been in double Pokeball 4? 3 now? Okay. Yeah. Oh, sneeze out because he fakes out. I like it. Yeah. Hope you're able to get further right there. Okay, Espatra. We should consider setting up Espatra somewhere. Just so many things I want to consider for teams and all that. We start up with the good old Shell Smash. We're both buffing. If I get to move first thanks to the power of Shell Smash, there's a lot that can be done right there. Its special defense did rise, so... yeah. My special attack rose even more than their special defense, so let's hope that super effectiveness and this play a big part. Speed boost. Who goes first? Who's gonna go first? Because I can see that Espatra is still going first. It's just a matter of that. Okay. Actually, may not come down to that. Shadow Booty. Let's go. Free win because bots of Firion bit him. Or Firion, I should say. Nice. Okay. There's our Caludon. Nothing to it but a Shadow Ball. I wonder if Strength Sap would be a decent idea against our Caludon. If we had less than full health, though, it would be an even better idea, though. But let's see what happens. Draco Meteor. That's gonna hit hard. It's a good time to be doing Draco Meteor. I think we shouldn't do Strength Sap here, perhaps. Ooh, speaking of white herbs. Let's give it a try again with a Shadow Booty. Gotta say it viciously, with edge in it. It has the word shadow in it. Just you wait until we get to the Team Dark story in Sonic Adventure 2. Good game, very good game. We broke their 5-win streak. I'm surprised they forfeit. I think that's a legit forfeit. Not, you know, something came up and they needed to leave the game or something. Very nice. Very nice. Let's see if we can get to rank 3 in Ultra Ball. Either way, I think I want to try double battles again, no matter how this next battle goes. We would be 3-0 in singles. I'm not keeping the record separately, though. We just keep the battle record simply, like that. It's been 12 battles so far. Nice number, nice number. That's a good distribution. Polteageist on the singles team like this. Sinistcha on the doubles team like that. I love the two of them so much. So, the setup here. Yes, I think I want to insist on Polteageist for the start once again. Meganium has a lot of merit here, for sure. And I feel like Incineroar should come into play as well. Polteageist, Meganium, Incineroar. I may still give it the Earl Grey nickname, that Polteageist right there. Or maybe a different one. Earl Grey is what we can call the Polteageist we get in the Pokemon Shield playthrough if we ever do get to it. I hope to one day. I still hope to. By that time, Winds and Waves might be out already, but yeah. We're doing well going for Live Alive, I'll tell you that. And another game that comes after that one, maybe. That is on a similar vein, perhaps. That I've been looking forward to for so long as well, but let's not get ahead of ourselves. Live Alive, we're just getting started with that bad boy. In the near future, which is even nearer than it was when the game first came out, I think. They perhaps never did give it a date, I think. But I could easily see that taking place in the 2020s. Well, there's no smartphones, I guess, but I don't know. Giant robots and all that, like, yeah. And the remake for Live Alive, which is the version we're playing, is from 2022. So there's that too. Ah, the one Pokemon that's bad for my Sinistcha is out. We need to switch out. We need to switch out at once. We took a risk. It's a gamble. It's a gamble. We're gambling here. Any other Pokemon out of those 6 would have been fine. But alright. That's gonna be neutral too, so yeah, quite a bit of damage. I think that's a dark move maybe, so... Yeah, it's not like we would have resisted it maybe. The question is, do we want to do a synthesis? They might switch out. If they do... Anyway. Mega Evolution! If they switched out, we would have seen it already, I think. I must try to heal. Let's see what that does. Oh, Ceaseless Itch was avoided, thank goodness. Thank goodness. Yeah, the spikes being set up there will be bad. Okay. Okay. Both Dazzling Gleam and Solar Beam do well here, but we gotta maximize the damage here. Let's see, though. They're gonna move first, I think. I can see my Meganium being slower. No, it was slower before with Synthesis, so yeah, it's the same either way. I think. We have the 2-tap advantages against Hisuian Samurott. They might switch out. I can see them switching out here. They kind of have to try to get a read on me, right? Based on the switch out. Is my opponent attacking with Grass or are they attacking with Fairy? Since I know about Meganium, if I were in their position, I would think a Solar Beam is coming, which is what I chose, right? Because it's even more damage. They did a Sword Stance. Yeah, let's hope this makes it faint. I can see it having a focus item. Okay, okay. Fire Red and Leaf Green again. That's another one we could have gone for, I guess, because it's here in the Switch. What version would I go for? I don't think I have a preference between Fire Red and Leaf Green. We could, like, make a poll. We could have made a poll, I guess. Okay, well, we have Dazzling Gleam here, but let's see what happens. No contact with Garchomp, so no Rough Skin, but... Garchomp I can easily see with a Poison Jab. Yeah, exactly what I was thinking. Exactly what I was thinking. Didn't make it faint. My dear Meganium, so tanky. We're gonna faint here from the poison damage, but the fact that we didn't faint right away from that, let's make that Dazzling Gleam count. Oh man, that tankiness! That tankiness! Meganium! Mega Meganium! Mega Green, you goat! You absolute freaking tank! That was beautiful. Okay. Let's try the Polteaguy setup then. Spikes are gonna do some damage there. Chimecho, we have an advantage on the surface level. I will insist on Shell Smash. No, there's no reason why we shouldn't do it, I think, or... Well, I don't know. Also, Incineroar has an advantage. I forgot Chimecho got a Mega Evolution. Yeah, good to see a Mega Chimecho. I don't think I've encountered too many of them against opponents. Shell Smash! Yes, let's see, because I can easily see with a Dark move, a Ghost move. Tank that, my dear Polteageist. Oh, Cosmic Power. Right, okay. His defense is rising and may be able to take this hit quite a bit. When if Incineroar comes in, the moment it comes in, it's going to be a fake out. So at least we can get a guaranteed hit, no matter what happens here. But who goes first? Mega Chimecho looks so nice. All the different colors there. Nice stuff right there. Come on, let's go 3-0 in single battles. Shadow Bull! What I was hoping for. I could have seen the special defense... Oh, it was a crit. Okay, it was a crit. Yeah, I was gonna say, I could have seen the special defense rise, making it be enough to resist that. But the critical made a difference there. Beautiful 3-0 in singles. Singles keep treating us better than doubles in general, I think. Rank up in Ultra Ball, who'da thunk it? Who would have thought that would happen? Okay, back to doubles. Let's see if we can make doubles get to Ultra as well. Well, in the meantime, let's also get stuff from missions. We've done really well this season, you know? Maximizing the season pass. Not the premium version, I don't think I'm gonna get it. Got that Gengar out of it. Let's switch that team. Because sometimes I can easily see myself forgetting to do that. Let's not forget it right here. Oh my goodness, I just noticed now, Tatora has some mouse hold or tandem mouse sleeves. Like a couple faces on the sleeves. That is so unbelievably cute. Oh no, yeah, that person wasn't a bot. No. That was a very, very well-earned win. Or did you mean on your battles, Alvaro? Alright. I'm already seeing a great argument for Sinistcha here. But either way, Sinistcha doesn't start the battle. I'm already seeing a decent argument for Incineroar. There's gonna be some Tailwind, there's gonna be some Rain Dancing. We set things up with Rotom. It's gotta be Gemini at first, I think. Greninja's gonna be trouble. Either way. Sinistcha. I don't think Incineroar should come into this. But Trunks. As much as I love having a shiny Gallade, I may replace Trunks on the team here. It's been here long enough, we can go for something else. You know what? Let's give it a try and see how it feels to have Trunks. Yes. Now it is a bot? Okay. I think on your side, because there's no way this is a bot. I don't think so. Anyway. Trunks, the Gallade. Rotom. Starmie. And who was my other Pokemon? I forgot already. Anyway, we're back to Unova. Was it Incineroar? Right, there's the rain already. And Sinistcha, of course. There it is. With the way that is set up, I think I will try a late screen. You know what? That may be against my better judgment, but I'm not gonna protect the first turn with Gemini. Yosh, Mega Evolution, Mega Shinka. Exe. Get burned, bot. Let's go. There's the Mega Dragonite. I think it tanks a hit, right? I forgot how the ability worked exactly. It was told to me on a previous stream. Helping Hand. I don't like the look of that. I think it's probably going to be a physical attacker. I forget what Dragonite favors. Ice Spinner! Spin it right around. Ooh, okay. Nice. Thank goodness for double super effective damage. Extremely effective damage right there. Okay. Then the light screen gets set up nicely. What is Mega Dragonite's ability exactly? Let me get a reminder. I'm going to check the Bulbapedia for a moment here. Quickly. Khaiden, the Japanese name. Multi-scale. Reduces damage when HP is full. So even with that. Right, let's insist on Reflect. Let us protect. I can see our Caludon with an electric move there. Yeah, especially with a helping hand. Yes, let's protect here. Yes, protect was the right move right there. Oh, wait. No, it's not gonna hit. I forget it absorbs first and then it's immediately gonna do it, I think. Either because of an ability with our Caludon, or I forget, or I don't know. Light Screen would help against that move as well, though. That's an important thing to keep in mind. My team defeating him, he couldn't even move once. Nice. Then, okay, let's insist on Thunderbolt against Politoed. I think we want to switch out. I think we actually want to switch out here. I'm gonna give it a try. Let's see how that feels. Gemini benefits from the rain. If we ever do water damage, I guess. From one shiny blue Pokemon to another shiny blue Pokemon, huh? Yeah, Helping Hand is gonna help that Arcaludon quite a bit, though. Electro Shot incoming. May Trunks faint. Let's hope Light Screen really helps here. That's a lot of damage on that. Still a lot of damage on that thing. Beautiful looking move and beautiful setup with the way our Caludon changes its setup. Sanda Borta! Resisted that, did we? I have a Shadow Sneak with your name on it, Politoad. I have a Shadow Sneak just for you. Shadow Ball against Arcaludon is the way to go. Shadow Sneak against Politoad. List Flaring is useful for one-hit KOing bots. As long as you're happy with the setup. As long as you're happy with the setup, Alvaro. Na 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 na. Ah, went for Protect. Okay, okay, fair enough. I'll probably still try Shadow Sneak afterwards. Can we hit Shadow Ball on you, Arcaludon? Who gets hit with a Draco Meteor? Okay. Whoa! The Focus Sash! I didn't think that would be enough to make it faint. Well, it's Draco Meteor before the debuff actually happened, so yeah. Thank goodness for Focus Sash. This is why we have it too. Shadow Ball! Yes, I figured it wouldn't be a lot of damage. Special defense falling, thank goodness for that. Yeah, defense rose, but special defense is down. Ideally, we keep attacking it with Rotom, but Rotom may be fainting soon. Yeah, that's the way it goes. We must insist on Shadow Sneak against Politoad. This battle could go either way. This battle could go either way. Trunks and Rotom here, they're gonna faint, I think. Okay, okay. Politoad remaining in the fight one more time. Hitting Shadow Sneak on Sneasler will help. Protect on... Okay. Interesting. What to do here then, after this turn. Nice damage on that Shadow Sneak. A crit! That's why it was so good. Way more than I thought it would be, you know? Yeah, it's a good idea we protect it there because he has leftovers. I forget. If we could do Sacred Sword against Sneasler. It may depend on who moves first. Yeah, I would try doing Light Screen again maybe, but no. We gotta try Psychic Cut against Sneasler. Maybe Shadow Sneak would be a good idea, but no, I think I'll insist on doing this. Oh, Fake Out. Should have seen that coming. You think Shadow Sneak would have taken priority over Fake Out? Not sure how it works sometimes. Very well. Down to the wire. Down to the last two. They may not be down to their last two, but their other Pokemon does have 1 HP. That makes a difference, maybe. That Arcaludon is kind of a problem. I need more counters against Arcaludon in general. Maybe. Gemini! Go back into the battlefield. My dear Sinistcha, your turn as well. We want to hit Arcaludon with Sinistcha, I think. What about Rage Powder? I'm going to try Rage Powder because Arcaludon is going to do an Electro Shot. The sooner we take you out, the better. But, we gotta take out Sneasler here. It's just, it's difficult. It's difficult. Ah, yeah, I should have tried to hit Arcaludon then. Okay. Rage Powder ensure. See, we are making use of that Rage Powder. We ensure we get the Electro Shot on Sinistcha, who's going to resist it, and it's not super effective. Oh, Flash Cannon. Okay. Hold on. Does Electro Shot only hit instantly in rain? I can see that being the case. What if I protect with Sinistcha next turn? I send it to move our Arcaludon. Well, okay, I'm in the middle of the battle, so I won't read all of that right now, but... No, I think I'm gonna insist on Rage Powder. And we gotta try Liquidation against Arcaludon. I just don't like how it increases defenses. Well, we gotta try anyway. Or we should have done... Maybe we should have done... Whoa. Oh, that's an interesting switch out, I was gonna say. But you know why they're doing it? First of all, so that there's rain for that Electro Shot, I think. Yeah, I think it's the rain that makes a difference. And also there's a Fake Out for Sneasler. They know what they're doing. Sadly, no wait, sadly that Electro Shot is gonna do a lot, but no. Sinistcha will still take that, I think. Flash Cannon, okay. They know what they're doing. They want to take out Sinistcha first, so they don't have to worry about that, and then kill my Starmie. My Gemini. What to do with you, Sinistcha? I think we insist on a Matcha Gacha. We must try it this way, and... Let's protect the right choice here. Oh, wait, what? Why is liquidation now neutral? No, wait, what am I... No. No. This is the difficult one. This is a very difficult one. Yeah, I think we protect. Yeah, our Khaiden was a difficult one in this battle. Let me see. Yeah, Electroshock will not need a turn to charge if used during rain. Okay. Yeah, maybe that was a good strategy to insist on flash cannon like that. Well, there's nothing else to it but to try liquidations and headbutt. Actually, liquidation might fare better because we have the rain benefit. Off-water moves being boosted. We want to try that, I think. At the very least, I think we hit our Khaiden before the Electroshock goes in. I'm not sure. I told you, the battle can go either way, the way it is right now. Where in the heaven are those sun teams? Like setting up the weather? I've seen a few maybe. Mostly, I think it's set up with Mega Charizard Y because that's like one of the... Oh, defense falling, okay. But then he rises again from stamina. But yeah, Mega Charizard Y, one of the things it's known for is setting up that rot. Yes, I've seen them, it's just been a while. For a while there, Mega Charizard Y was like top of the meta or what have you, but well, we haven't seen much of Mega Charizard Y today. What little we saw of it, we made it faint very quickly. But my mind registers Mega Charizard Y as a very dangerous thing. Do not underestimate it because it has still... It retains a double weakness, you know, to rock. Especially if you don't have any rock damage on your team. Let us try again with another double battle. And see how that goes. That was a very close one. It's a lot of meta right there. And I don't mean meta like, oh, it's meta this, meta that stats. Have you ever met a girl before? Rather is what I want to say. I get sick of using the word meta sometimes. But anyway. Meta. I'd rather use it for Meta Knight. But, what was I going to say? No, more like the mind games. Like trying to read what your opponent is going to do and all that. There's only so much you can predict right there. To an extent, there's RNG in that. Though RNG is not the right word for it. Let me think here. There's merit for Incineroar right here for sure. Well, I insist on starting with Rotom. I'll tell you that. Shall Incineroar come into play here? I think Incineroar should be here first. And... do we want Sinistcha in here? There's a lot of super effective damage against Sinistcha. I'm actually not gonna do Sinistcha. Trunks... no, wait. Trunks and Starmie, Gemini. Rotom, Incineroar, Trunks the Gallade, Gemini the Starmie. For once we don't have Sinistcha. There's too much super effective damage against it. I don't like it. Trying to make a Mega Clefable team. That sounds like fun. Go for it. Back to Unova again. Alright. This, of course, Incineroar on the surface level. Has some nice advantages. I think we definitely want some light screens here. A fake out against Ninetales. We should take advantage of the fake out. But I wonder if Flare Blitz against Frostlass would have been better. No, it wouldn't have been. Alright. Can't even finish the sentence, huh? Well, I finish it, but you know, as I'm in the middle of saying it, it's already an outdated sentence. Alright, okay. Good first turn overall. Ninetales not gonna do its thing. Frostlass wasted his Protect. Instead of insisting on Reflect, we're gonna do this. And a Flare Blitz against Ninetales here. Quick Claw, thank goodness for that Quick Claw. This is why we have it on Incineroar, it can make such a difference. Mega Frostlass incoming. Still such a go to me, thanks to the Rayquaza situation in Legend CA. Oh, speaking of CA, checking if you have a Shiny Clefable in CA. Nice, Alvaro. What did Shiny Clefable look like again? Nice feint with that Flare Blitz! But it's... Trying to think of ways to call it out. Rotom tanking that so well. Otherwise, Focus Sash would have done it, I think. Beautiful damage on Shadow Ball. Would have hoped for more damage than that, but alright. If we can have a Darkest Lariat with the Quick Claw, that would make a difference. Or, yeah, because without the Quick Claw, I think Frostlass is gonna be faster. Let's see, well, let's try to set up a Reflect, actually. I'll remain a bit defensive about it. I might regret it, but let's try the Darkest Lariat on Frostlass. Fake out, okay. Makes sense too. Ah, yeah. Clefairy horns are green now, that's it. How uncool. Yeah, some green is added to it. I recall there was more green, but I'm not sure. Well, one would think the answer is Mega Starmie. I think it might just be. Ideally, we take out that Frostlass first, so I'm gonna try to protect first. Yeah. I think this is the way we want to try it. Yeah, Darkest Lariat. It shouldn't be Flare Blitz, I think. With the HP it has left. Mega Shinka! Mega Evolution! Let's go. Yeah. Protect is definitely the way to go here. Let's have Frostlass waste its move, right? I can see Sneasler having a fighting move or something that, yeah, that makes Incineroar faint though. Too bad Quick Claw didn't do his thing. Frostlass will remain in the battle. What to do against you? What to do against you? What to do against that Frostlass? Well, there's some great damage against it, but at this rate, we gotta try to hit it. Yeah, we gotta hit it in some way. Oh, actually, Shadow Sneak. Yeah, Shadow Sneak. We gotta try Shadow Sneak. So against my better judgment, maybe, I'm gonna hope that Shadow Sneak is enough to make it faint. And it's a Zen Headbutt against Sneasler. It's gotta be like that. Let me hydrate a little bit here. Drink more of my water. Rota, please. Let's see if this is the damage we need it to be. Thank goodness, you never know. You never know. It doesn't have stab on it. There's no same type attack bonus, you know? Acrobatics. Oh, lethal freaking move. Well, let's see what this Zen Headbutt does. Are we both down to our last Pokemon? We might just be. I think we are. 1v1. What's the 1v1 then? The snow stopped. Okay. My Size Light Screen wore off. We never set up the Reflect, right? Or did we? I can't remember. Well, on the surface level, we have an advantage, but let's see how this plays out. Yeah, that's still gonna hit Steelix. If it doesn't, that's gonna suck. But I think it still hits Steelix even if we technically didn't select it, right? That's gonna be very harsh if... Okay, yeah. Liquidation! Liquidate it! I figured it might tank that. Let's see what comes from this. Earthquake. Yeah, it's a good choice. Go for what is probably your most powerful move right there. That has the same type attack bonus. A steel move would be a mistake. But man, it came down to the wire right here. What a battle. What a thrill. What a thrill. But yes, we actually won. Thank goodness. Good to have some double battles wins. Singles treated us so much better than doubles. That keeps being a trend, I guess. Very close though. A total of 15 battles, more wins than losses. That's always a good thing. Ultra Ball continues to be elusive though for doubles. But yes, that's a good way to end the Pokemon Champions stream right here, Tajigen. Let's end it right here for Champions for what we're doing here today. Here in Champions and yeah, 7 streams of Pokemon Champions we have done now. Great stuff right here. Pokemon is always a beloved thing for me, but for now we must say farewell to it. With that beautiful battle record of 9 wins and 6 losses. Yeah. Let's transition into the Setsu then to wrap things up here. Yeah, we're about to end it, Alvaro. Alright. It's been a stormy week, Tajigen, but still with the stormy weather, in both literally and figuratively, with the storm going on, affecting the internet and all that. Again, this is in the area. They should be fixing it if they haven't fixed it already, so things should be back to being, you know, relatively stable. As stable as they usually are, which is relative, I guess. Next week, yeah, we end it. Beautiful week though, otherwise. We did start Sonic Adventure 2, what I know for sure is one of my most favorite games of all time, if not the absolute favorite. And Live Alive, what I almost know for sure will become one of my most favorite games of all time, if not the favorite, right? Some major things were supposed to happen in FF14, but you know, the stormy weather, again, there was a complete power outage that was still going on Friday morning, so we couldn't have the stream. By the time it ended, yeah, it was already quite late. Wouldn't have done well to start the stream then. Would have messed up my day, my schedule too much. Also, I needed extra sleep because we were stopped to sleep because of the same reasons and all that, but the schedule next week. I hope someone makes a Mega Clefable team too. Yeah, I don't know if I've seen Mega Clefable that much in Champions, Alvaro. But yeah. Anyway, what was I saying? Yes, I think it's almost safe to say that next week's schedule looks like this. Thursday, and it's at the start time, unlike usual Thursdays, it's at the start time we did today, which is 11 a.m. Eastern. Thursday, FF14. What we usually do on Friday is gonna be for FF4. It's gonna be on Thursday for F14. Thankfully, this is a Thursday in which we can do that. Usually, we can't have a stream that early on Thursdays, but this is one where we can do that. We'll be able to, I think. Stay tuned for that. It's gonna be Final Fantasy first date. FF14 first day. There you go. There you go. Then, on Friday instead, is the Summer Game Fest at a different start time. Somewhere in the 3 p.m. range in Eastern Time, give or take a little bit, I forget. We always want to start it before the actual show starts, so, you know, we yap a little bit and we're able to set it up and have the stream ready and all that. Maybe 30 minutes before, maybe 15 minutes before-ish. And if it all goes well, it will be once again an official co-stream. We'll use some nice assets that Jeff Keighley and the team will give us. Let's react to some fun stuff. And then, you know, major things continue with Live Alive and Sonic Adventure 2. Live Alive instead is gonna be... No, Live Alive will continue being on Saturday. Story Saturday. Story Saturday, right? That's what we keep calling it. No reason not to do Live Alive on Saturday, but Sonic Adventure 2 instead moves to Sunday because I think we'll continue having it on Thursdays usually. We may keep the Sonic Adventure 2 stream length to around this length. My Sunday streams I tend not to do too long right now because my current schedule in my life has me do a lot of work to set up things for the week. You know, both in terms of like life things like chores, housekeeping, things like that. So that I don't have to do it as much during the week or things like that, but also like work. Not necessarily work I need to do on Sunday, but it's better if I do it on Sunday. You know? Things like that. Things like that. So it's much better for me. Yeah, and this week especially, there's some extra things I need to set up. Also to ensure we have that neat schedule that I just talked about. So yeah, a little bit longer before we get back to Sonic Adventure 2. For Live Alive, it's just a week of waiting. We'll see how the stream goes also. If we just end the near future and leave it at that, or we start another story with it. There's merit to both approaches, I guess. I'm not sure. I like the idea of one story in one entire stream, except the near future. As special as that is. But anyway, we shall see how the story goes this next week. Let's hope things are fixed. It would be ridiculous if by next Thursday they still haven't fixed the internet issues, because that would be a week of the issues happening in the area and they haven't fixed it. As much as I insult my ISP sometimes, they're not that incompetent. That would be extreme. Now that would be unprecedented and it's highly concerning. So yeah, things should be back to stability next week. Windy old weather, stormy old weather, a week in which we started major things ended up being stormy. We figured it out anyway. It's been absolutely great despite the scuff, Tajigen. A fantastic week and even more exciting things potentially coming next week. Hope to see you on that journey. I'll see you around, alright? Have a great rest of your weekend. If it's the weekend for you, perhaps it's not for you, VOD gang, or somebody else in another time zone. Keep living your best lives. I shall see you around. Bye, Alvaro. Thanks for being here at the end, too. Alright, Tajigen. Let's end it right here. Arigato minna. Otsukaresama.